This morning I was on YouTube and I was viewing some Rastafari brethrens in Montego Bay, St. James Montego Bay, at a place called Pitford, and they were being interviewed by a lady, and they were talking quite intelligently to the lady that I was so interested to hear them. And one of them was saying that people would like to know what Rastafari is. Everybody would like to know what Rastafari is. Myself would really like to know what Rastafari is. So, if I could give my little opinion on that, I would say Rastafari is a spiritual movement which is based on the solar system, and it is upholding the oracles of Christ under a banner of suffering, agony, and pain. That is my opinion on Rastafari. But if not every Rastaman uphold the oracles of Christ still, because even in the Garden of Eden, where the Bible tells us about Adam and Eve, the Bible said that God drive out the man, and he put at the entrance to the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turn every way to keep the way of the tree of life. The tree of life is the marijuana tree, of course. So now, if the tree of life is not dead, none of the other tree then would die. So God put at the entrance to the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turn every way to keep the way of the tree of life. So, a Rastaman with his locks on his head, if your mind is like a garden, if your mind is like a garden, or you would say a Garden of Eden, if your mind is like a garden, you will always be relaxed, because you have to you put cherubims at the gate of the garden of your mind, which turn every way to guard the tree of life. Now this leads me into my Bible, because I like my Bible, but we go deeper into the Bible than most people, because some people only read the Mars edition of the Bible. We don't read the Mars edition. We read the Bible from every different angle. Mars, the angle of Mars, the angle of Venus, the angle of every planet. We read my Bible from the angle of every planet. So when we look at Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, what we realize by looking at them, is that Adam was a dumb man and Eve was a blind woman. Some people would say that I am wrong, but that's my opinion, that Adam was a dumb man and Eve was a blind woman. So the Bible says that God took a rib out of Adam's side and he put it in, and he used it to make the woman Eve. But that rib that God took out of Adam is his speech. Is his speech, his dumbness. He became dumb. But why was Adam dumb? Adam got dumb because his father died in a car accident. Some people say there was no car in those days, but they had their vehicular movement. So Adam's father, traveling in his vehicular movement, died under tragic circumstances. And so the Garden of Eden was left in the possession of Adam, his son. And because his father died under tragic circumstances, it affected him in the form of dumbness. But the other vehicle with which Adam's father collided was traveling, was bearing family members from the Eve family. So they also who got injured who died in the accident, or if they got injured, I don't know what might have been the case with them, but the accident was very tragic. And it affected Eve as well in the form of blindness. So Adam was dumb and Eve was blind. Now they got together in the Garden of, as owners of the Garden of Eden, as inheritors of the Garden of Eden. And they began to have their children. And they had Cain and Abel. And they also had Seth. Cain killed Abel, they say. And after Cain killed Abel, they had Seth. But in my knowledge, they had a daughter as well. But the Bible will not tell you that they had a daughter. The reason why the Bible will not tell you that they had a daughter is because in those days, man used to eat man. Man used to consume man's physical body as food, as meat, as a source of, as a delicacy, as a source of food. So the Bible would not tell you that Adam and Eve had a daughter, because if the Bible told you that, if that was announced, because the Bible was a source of announcement like radio, so if that was announced, it would mean that they are lifting up the physical above the standard of being considered as food. Now Adam was not the skillest person in the Garden of Eden, concerning the Garden of Eden. His father was skiller than him. The father had more fear of God in him than what Adam had. Adam was only an inheritor of the Garden of Eden. Now the Bible say that, they say that Adam ate the apple, and because he ate the apple, we became sinful after his tradition. But my opinion is that Adam did not really commit a sin by eating the apple. What I go to realize is that there was another man acting behind the scene, acting in the garden from behind the scene. And that man I would call now the devil's advocate. So what he was doing in the Garden of Eden, he was polluting, he was acting against the way of God, he was performing in respect to the devil. Call him the devil's advocate. So he was polluting the vessels, the vessels of God, like the fruits. He was trying to make sure that the fruits are not as nourishing as God would want them to be. So that when we are eating them in these days now, we don't get enough nutrition from them. So the Bible said that God drove out the man, but the Bible did not say that God drove out Adam. But Adam fell into the picture of what God did by driving out the man. So we think that it is Adam God drive out. It was not Adam, it was the devil's advocate that God drive out, but Adam fell into the picture. In the sense that the devil's advocate was trying to do contrary to the way of God. He was trying to make sure to see that it is the woman who had to take up the machete and the hoe and the fork and go out there and plow the field, and the man stay at home, sit in the yard and do the domestic work. That was what the devil's advocate was trying to, that is what his works would lead up to. And God saw that, and God drove out the man, drove out, when Adam fell into the picture, Adam went out by the will of God, so that we today, it is the man who take up the hoe and the fork and the machete and go out into the field and work and leave the woman at home to do the domestic work. That is how it affected Adam. But it did not affect Adam in the sense that Adam sinned and God drive him out of Garden of Eden and said, go, you fugitive, and all of that. That is not what God did Adam. God used Adam so that we today would know that it is a man who must go out into the field with the hoe and the fork and the machete and plow the field and leave the woman at the house to work as the domestic worker. That is how it affected Adam, but it did not affect the devil's advocate that way. It affected the devil's advocate differently, because this man who was acting behind the scene, the devil's advocate, when God drive out the man, God not saying drive out Adam, he's saying drive out the man. You understand? So the devil's advocate went as well. And he was a man. It was the devil in the form of a man. So he went as well. And him went as a fugitive. Adam didn't went as a fugitive. The reason now, in my opinion, why Adam ate the apple. Why Adam ate the apple. The time had come when people were to stop, were to begin to wear clothes. They were to begin to wear clothes in the nature of the textile fabric, clothes. They were to shake off the thick skin. I think that they were wearing a thick skin thing like crocodile skin, not wearing it, but as for them skin, the nature of their skin had that thickness to keep them warm. They didn't have any clothes on their body. But the time had come when they should get where their skin were to begin to grow mild. So they needed clothes now to put on. So Adam see the apple on the tree. And the apple that Adam eats. He ate the apple and actually the apple he shot Abel. Because Abel was a man of prejudice. Cain, the Bible says Cain killed Abel. Cain was a man fast with his knife. And Seth was the girl's pet. Now, Adam's daughter now, she was the reincarnation of Adam's father who died. So she came back in the form of Adam's father who died. Him being the most skillful, but he died under tragic circumstances. He came back in the form of Adam's daughter. But the Bible couldn't tell about she, because the Bible, under the pressure of the devil's advocate, the Bible, they can't treat the body as a thing that is higher or above, that is above the standard where the body can have to be eaten as food. You can't do that under the pressure of the devil's advocate. So now, Cain was a man fast with a knife. I just slip and kill you with a knife. And Adam and Abel was a prejudiced man. Prejudice in the sense that he mother blind and he wouldn't even lead her. Because if he lead her in friends, then they laugh off of him. Say, you have to do that base thing, that is prejudice instructing that is a base thing. Now in those days they had this solar energy at their disposal. And all this great deal of pleasures were there that they see, magical pleasures that they saw. And they were, and his friends then were looking to him for leadership. His friends then were looking to him to lead them from out of the Garden of Eden with all these magical pleasures. And his father ate the apple and shoot him that he died. So he was no longer living